I was close to completing work on the rockets before we were driven into hiding on the top floor. 2 components were missing. A quantity of isotope 239 igniting agent,
Где это
and a
взять?
set of thrust control
Для этого
modules.
нет с собой
The
точно.
igniting agent is highly radioactive and decays quickly. That's why we can't use the drums that leak down on the launch pad. It's no longer potent enough. I need you to find an intact, shielded container of the igniting agent. As for the thrust control modules, they were custom built for these rockets. They won't even launch without them. Very well. We don't need a huge amount. 2 to 3 liters should be enough. Repcon has been ransacked so many times by scavengers, it's hard to know where the components might turn up. If they turn up. Jason has mentioned some industrial ruins to the east that are supposed to be highly radioactive.
Dawn from fate.
Alright.
Child of 2 fathers.
Alright. Anything else?
Treacheries in treacheries. Winter is broken.
Да. Вот как они туда прошли? Там есть дверь какая-то.
The puppet king upon his throne, drinking flattery and lies. The power that grows in him is not his own. In the east it did begin, as it will end. From behind the veil she screams. Madness and rage. Madness and rage. We realize this may be confusing for you. Fate, like the Fae, cannot be changed. But the Tuatha are Fae who have become something new. And you are immortal. Gadflow claims that the Tuatha are the work of his new god. If the Tuatha are the creations of a god, what does that make you?
Так, осталось с этим психологом поговорить.
The time of the Fae is passing. Our land and our souls are diminishing. Few Fae even realize that the great cycle is shifted. Gadflow's war means the death of us all, Fae and mortal alike. It is written in the weave that we shall all pass from this world together. It is too late for us, but not for you. That is the fate which I look to you to change. The power of a god in the brash hands of a mortal. This is why Niralim, this age has seen much change.
Все, что я к нему
We were wrong.
плюс.
You are
Опа.
intertwined with the power in the East. There can be no doubt of that. Your energy reaches back. We do not know what will happen when you travel there, but we know that the power behind Gadflow is your ultimate. His god holds your answer and the fate of this world. I thank you, and perhaps you can help change our world's fate as well. I have seen those who were destined to be heroes, for whom great deeds came naturally. They come, they act, and they pass on as written. You do great things not because you must, but because you choose to. That is by far a far truer greatness. Admirable. But strength of will cannot see you through this alone.
Маньяка больше.
You may be unbound by fate, but you are not free from death. Speak with your allies. Only with their aid can you hope to overcome the forces that stand against you.
Так, задание.
The weave is a puzzle. Each person is a piece. The edges of their fate locking together with the people around them, all performing their duties to form a grand picture. However, you are no longer a puzzle piece. You are a dollop of paint. You cover and redefine the edges of the puzzle pieces you meet. But more dangerously, you repaint the picture of reality itself. Who can trust that your design is better than the original? Since our kind returned to this world so long ago, it has been my honor to serve as... My rule was always shared with the High King of the Winter Court, until Gadflow arose. Now both of us... The Summer and Winter Courts have always ruled the Feylands in harmony, as the seasons wash across the world. But with Gadflow's new god, something changed. The Winter Fey who followed him called themselves Tuatha, and bore a mark of Prismir upon them. Their power has grown, and yet they are diminished. It is the deepest tragedy that our fall should come from our own. Make no mistake, Gadflow is the... In fighting him and his army, you will surely spell our doom. For that tragic truth, we forgive you. Our cold cousins across the sea. Do not think the Winter Court our enemies, for we love them as... Oh, to walk in their starlit gardens once again, or sip their calming stone tea. But the Tuatha have consumed them, and all of their wonders are lost. We are the dreams of warmth and safety, given physical form. But these dreams are endangered by Gadflow and the long winter.
Итого мне... Наверняка у нее что-то есть.
I couldn't make out half of what the king was saying, but it sounds like you've got your work cut out for you. Good thing you won't be facing it alone. In fact, I think I've got a lead on finding an old friend of ours. Old Fulmerus Hughes, of course. If anybody can help, it's bound to be the gnome who brought you back to life. I've been asking around, and I was able to make contact with his superior. He thinks he might be able to help find Hughes. All gnome scholars have a Templar who sponsors their research, and apparently Hughes' sponsor, Templar Octien, is desperate to find him. Go southwest to the Hollowlands and Detir. Octien will be waiting there to discuss how you might reach Hughes. You're not the only one on the hunt for Hughes. Octien has followed his trail to the Hollowlands in Detir. You'll want to talk to him. Strange crystal, Prismir. It's normally a shade of blue, but when you treat it and charge it with magic, it turns blood red. He once offered me an honorary knighthood after I slayed the Dream Eater of Amora. He was quite gracious when I turned him down. You know where you stand with a gnome. They're always so focused on their work or research or what have you, that they've got no time. Shame, they try to stay out of fights. Much as we could use their help in the war, staying neutral is about the only way they can stay safe. You know the Summer Court and Issa? Well, the Winter Court are their darker siblings. They're not evil, but they're definitely not nice. Beautiful city, isn't it? You can see why they don't like letting most mortals in. Even the best of us make it look like a mess by comparison.
Who would have thought you were so interesting? Death seems to have worked out very well for you. Agarth's looking for escape. Neuralim's looking for a savior. And Tatarian is looking for a champion. And somehow, you're giving everyone what they want. I'm impressed. You're right. This won't be easy. The Tuatha have our forces under siege at Mel Sanchir. And their power, you'll need more help than just me and that old Fate Weaver. You'll need an army.
So, you're back. Now,
A few years ago, one warrior could have slipped past unnoticed. But stealth is no longer an option. Not even for... But there is hope. In the plains of Erethel, there waits a player who has been away from this game for far too long. It is time to contact General Telera. Meet me in the village of Amer, and I will tell you everything.
so you're back. Now,
General Telera was in charge of our forces to the east in Cluracan. But a decade ago, Witch Knight Malwyn and his Tuatha army drove her forces back. Since then, she's been looking for some way to take back the land she lost and regain her honor.
pleasure
You
doing
might be just the help she needs. We are the charmed, the subtle, and the inspired. In happier days, we were the loftiest of the mortal races. But for decades, the Tuatha have been at war with us, pushing into our lands and be on your way.
Я же могу продавать. Так, давайте продадим. Вот это. Сейчас, блоки сигарет. Вон у нее 2000 крышек. Сейчас мы ее впарим мусором. Что-то горит. Вот у него лазерная винтовка. Надо вторую. Плазменные винтовки. Хорошо толкаются.
Perhaps there's some...
The other night, 3 boggers got into the village.
Ядерная батарея. Это надо в кого-нибудь другого. О, у нее даже не хватает, надо что-то взять. Сейчас мы вернем свои бабки.
Can I help you? We'd normally be better.
Блин, а у нее походу длинный ствол для 40-мм гранатомета. А у меня какой?
Stocked, but with the blood plague, come back anytime.
40-миллиметровая граната, а гранатомет где? Неужели его продал? Или я его это...
Come to town for the craft hall.
thanks. Certainly do. Hubby and me had an old dragon. I kept it glowing.
Будет найти. Так. Я знаю, у тебя наверное, гранатомет. Вот он. Давай попробуем его. Так, это мы еще... А, продавать-то это что? Это не продадим.
Never needed a life with a house, with walls and a roof. Here is where a man can be free. Well, first off, you should find someone a little more well-informed than me. Krulgarin's the camp leader. I'd chat with her.
Что ему хотел дать? Я ничего ему не хотел дать, ха-ха. Просто хотел ему забрать все. Модификация. Во. Готово. Вот. Обычный 40-миллиметровый продадим. Что-то еще скинуть. Броню рейнджера патрульного НКР могу дать. Хорошо. Броня с контрактажем. Я вот не решил. С тряпкой на роже ему лучше, или с патронтажем. Брутальник. Или вообще. Вот так может быть. Как он странно выглядит. Хочу, наверное, не страннее, чем я. Снайпер с такой тряпкой должен ходить. Ну не знаю, здесь у него патронтаж такой висит. Тоже снайпер как бы. Тряпка есть, но она у него убрана. Читом добавь кэша. Каким читом? Конечно, такой прям стелс-снайпер, но никогда не стелс. Снайпер сомнительный. Типа его никто не узнал. Что, голосуй, давай. Тряпка или без патронтажа? Или вообще вот такую вот. Убивать иди. Да сейчас пойдем. пусть все 3 носят пока, да? Космодесант. Не, ну чтобы совсем полная картина была космодесанта сейчас, то надо делать вот так. Это просто... Это теперь космодесант. Понятно, что такое космодесант? Почувствуй. Ну пусть будет рейнджер НКР. Ладно. Я не смог определиться, что мне патронтаж больше нравится или лицевая маска. Потом починим это и то. Пусть пока носит все. Скафандр, это, конечно, пользуется. Я вообще стесняюсь. Ну, еще куда не шло. Панамка есть чудесная. Якобы шлем. А впереди я думаю, даже так. И что у меня сейчас в руках? Такое. Так, давайте сохранимся. Так, и пойдем дальше. А чего? Это так. Подождите, задание. Возвращайтесь.
Hail, Wanderer. Would you spare a moment? I have a favor to ask you. In appearances, perhaps. I'm just an alpha that needs your help. I have a few belongings to sell. Will you sell them in my stead? The arrangement is simple. I give you an item and will repeat until I have nothing to sell. Understand? I thought you had the look of a trader about you. I have several items for you to sell. If you prefer, you could just buy them all now from me and sell them later. As you wish. The items are in acceptable condition, if nothing else, but they might stand a little... Take my silverware, for example. Is somewhat tarnished, but Ban Ron could use the metal. If you melted it down, he'd likely pay more. I want you to sell it. Ban Ron, the local smithy, will have you... If you process the silver down to a raw form, he might pay more for it.
Тут псих, походу.
Have you found the components we discovered.
There's a bed if you're stopping over, a tankard if you're thirsty, and a fire to warm by in the Golden Plains Inn.
All I need. Later.
Always open.
Береты. Бладфилд. Ой, я там не был.
They were the harbingers of the fall,
Пойдем
these
пешком.
children of dust.
Бладфилд
And they lit the forest with their fires, and then split it with their
Так,
blades.
у меня же крутой пистолет.
We crept back, shapeless in the darkness, silent in the trees. The shadows are few in this age of mortals. The light beckons.
Записываю себе. По главной дороге. Куда что ли? Между наемником подводного. Ой, еще один караван. Караван уже можно убивать.
Hey there. Need anything?
Да, дальше поторгуем. Продам всякую фигню. Вот это вот, допустим, 40-миллиметровый гранатомет. Вернет винтовку. Не хочу продавать, я ее прокачал. Почему туда оказалось? Так, что тут есть? Металлический шлем есть. Можно для катана. Нет катана. Действительно, для плазменного пистолета. Шляпу купить. Да тут другая шляпа. Нужна шляпа Деспирадо, чтобы починить ее. Тут фиговая шляпа. Личный магазин. Смысл этой игры купить шляпу, это понятно. Нет, тут есть шляпы не очень, вот, а есть нормальные. Например, вот это.
Good day, traveler.
Вот у этого шляпа. Металлический шлем.
For a minute, I thought the damn Freeman had fancied to rob me. Welcome. I offer some alchemical items if you are interested.
Очень кто-то мусор один. Ну, нет смысла их убивать, шляпа не та. Если бы у него была шляпа Деспирадо, как я вон там одного приложил. Ладно, мне по главной дороге теперь надо идти вниз. Нет. Вообще кто-то ответил, значит, мне еще надо было пройти туда. Здравствуй, Димка.
Ruffians and bandits. They're scattered all over the walls. It's dangerous wandering outside of town. Very well.
You should speak with Askell if you're here to shop. He won't even let me keep the books anymore after my last. I want to help him, but he won't let me near his ledgers. Well, if you can undo my mistake, perhaps Askell will let me help him. I sent out several invoices the other day, but I made a slight arithmetic error. None of the customers seem to have noticed yet. Can you recollect those invoices discreetly? Oh, thank you. There's 5 invoices in total. 4 went to the townsfolk. The last was to go to the War-Sworn Fortress. When you have them all, bring them back to me. Oh, and don't mention this to Askell. 4 of them were given out to the townsfolk. The last was to be sent to Helunga. Nice talking to you.
Лол, а что, есть уже Fallout Online?
A customer?
Сейчас, секундочку, ребят. Ты что за...
До первой проверки.
Welcome to the Clanging Hammer. Don't see many new faces in Aten these days. My forge is open. So you're Rattifus Proxy. I heard that someone was helping him out of his money problems. Well, that misfortune couldn't have happened to a nicer person. He was the richest Alfar in town until he lost his shirt in the war. But that looks to be good silver. I'll take it off your hands. They have been lingering around the wolds. Be cautious on the roads out there. Those freemen like to sneak up on wanderers. It's quiet here. Farmland mainly. But between Ron Farm and the freemen, we've got our own worries. Before Talarain fell to ruin, it was Aten's fields and villagers that stocked and supplied the various... But the war hit us hard. Bandits plagued the roads. Even Ron Farm has burned to soot. Forge is yours, whenever you need.
что это было Знари Легиона, Динари Легиона. Бабки. Если играть за Легион, то получишь на все монеты. Fallout Online есть же.
Strange
Есть
as strange come
онлайн.
to Aiden.
Онлайн
Few
это
come by
немного
these
другое.
roads nowadays. A hard gaze falls on Aiden. Many are the burdens and few are the reliefs. Someone must go to Aiden Circle, a circle of the windstones nearby. When the voices from its stones sing a certain melody, the Erethel will come. Each stone is a voice in the song. When all have sung in their part, the Erethel will appear. But if not, dark things for these dark times will show instead. The stones. I am unworthy. I do not think they will sing to me. You must go. It must be you. Make the stone. You will? Aiden Circle is to the south of town. Each stone carries a note of the song. In the right order, they form the songs, but they will not suffer a cacophony. If the songs you play will not call the Erethel, it will call darker things for these dark times. Everyone knows the song. It starts on the highest note and descends down the scale. Wait a moment. Perhaps it was start at the lowest note and descend up. Well, something like that anyway. Flutter away.
У меня скафандр. Коломанол, ПРС 40.
Good day.
А вот и изотоп.
Whether it's Solar the Travelers at your
Он не
service.
дошел куда.
Been a while since I saw someone coming through Aiden.
Так, кто-то его чпотнул.
Beautiful one to find here in the sticks, and some people like that. The only real worry are those damn freemen harrying the roads, giving thieves a bad name. Come again?
Лол, подождите-ка, мы закончили работы по превращению старой генераторной в хранилище, как ты и просил. Если тебе понадобится доступ к сейфу, то пароль с наилучшими пожеланиями Билл. А что за пароль? Сейф. Старый генераторный в хранилище. Старый генераторный. Надо этот сейф открыть. Так, я обожаю костюм, могу теперь промышлять где угодно. Плюя на радиацию, решил взять себе прозвище Мистер Радикал. Клево, да? Так, костюм блестяще подошел. Пошел первый испытать на ночь. Побывал на горе Юка. Нашел туннель, но углубляться не стал. Слышал, что впереди бродит что-то большое. Надо туда сходить. Там, куда я дошел, уровень радиации был порядочный. Я ничего не почувствовал. Давай, костюмчик, давай. Обливался утро. Хорошо, хоть на костюм не попал. Потом я взбесился. Должно быть, съел что-нибудь. Потрясающе. Набрел на барахолку одной старухи. Купил за жалкие 50 крышек спящий контейнер. Направляюсь к клану. Проверить костюм при более высокой радиации. Если выдержит, я открою контейнер с жижей и вылью на себя. Я бы поплавать в ней мог, если бы ее было много. О, да. Псих. На горе Юбка. Здесь гора Юбка. Кто знает, где гора Юбка? Вот это, наверное. Гора Юбка. Или еще. Хрен знает, где тут гора Юбка. Поди пойми. Ну, в общем, можно назад уже идти. Но раз уж пришел, надо следующий. Мы кого-то убиваем уже. Точнее, мы кого-то убили. А, это геккончики. Так, давайте-ка я костюмам так не доверяю. Где этот антирадин? Это антирадин,
Yes?
Зачем в эту?
We have to conclude this business quickly. I need this money as soon as you can get it. I never thought I'd see the day when I'd be happy to... But let the past lie. I've another item for you. My kerchief. Slightly, worn, but the Askell Thorin might buy it. He's a stubborn one, but he's weak at haggling. Askell Thorin, the local outcast. See what kind of price you can get out of him.
Че, где тут обливаться жижей? Ну, костюм держит, наверное.
Good day, traveler.
Ratifer has an errand even for me? I'm honored. Tell me what it is you want. So, Ratifer's new errand runner is here. Ratifer's been in town for years, but this is the first time I've heard anything from him since he returned from a messy business. Not unlike alchemy. I've seen that rag of his, but I know its virtues. I'll part with some coin for it. Very well.
Так. Просто радиация и гекконы, и все.
Welcome to Aiden.
What is it you need, stranger? How go? And I hope you've gotten out of Askell what you wanted for it. Finwick Ivor collects weapons. Gaudy, gem-encrusted ceremony. Take whatever you can for them. Just get them out of my sight. Sell them to Finwick Ivor. He's quite vain. If you socket a gem or two into them, I'm sure he'll pay...
Yes?
Stranger to Aiden? I'm the law in this town. Keep the peace and you are welcome. If you need to trade, visit Banron, our smithy, and Askell deals in alchemy. And there's a general Ratifer's runner. These daggers. These are his prize from the Battle of Gallifore Fields. We're Auric. I'll buy them from you, certainly. Used to be peaceful farmland before the war was on. Now it's some scratched up dirt. Home to Aiden and those Keep the peace.
Ладно. Сейчас дадим, что попробуем. Чё? Где, чё? Yes? Там прыгаешь направо, ничего не видно.
What is it you need, stranger? Good. Sell this ring as well. There is a recluse who lives on the edge of town. Now, age has taken its luster, but the potion from an acid solution will make it shine once more. Nell will pay...
Вообще икаю.
Когда тебе надо попить воды.
Да не икаю я, ну.
А если
той антенне пройти.
Ты один раз икрал.
Ну один раз икнул, все, теперь убить меня надо, да?
The shadows precede you.
Heroin Colt's been teaching stealth skills for years. No better. There is no finer place in all the Fey.
Always open for business when the road is your marketplace.
А, кстати, можно же еще обойти вокруг, точно, точно. Она же ничего не дает, да? Не дает, да, раз. Вот. А тут-то я и не был. Так.
Are you looking to buy items or sell them? Always looking to make a bit of coin.
Мачете. Все что ли? Пойдем еще пройдемся. Тут вокруг надо вообще обойти, там вон сколько всего. Наверняка что-то там есть.
Hello there.
Have a rest, lass.
Исследовать все-таки там. Вдруг что найду. Понятно. Видимо, эта штука тут зря.
Yes?
Еще нет.
Here to see old Nell, have you? It's the town you want, not Nell's company. 10 years after Ratifer's squires and pages died, another comes back to... It's as green and old as my heart. But if Ratifer put a part of him... I have a trove of my own out here. Take it. Just leave the ring. Flutter away.
Welcome to the smithy.
Yes? What is it you need, stranger? That was a hard thing to let... There is one last thing I need to divest myself of. My charter. The one that shows my ancestry. It is in the... Its buyer is Gordon Lott, the innkeep. Give it to him whatever he asks for it. In Corgan Hold, it was an ancestral home for the Ratifers. But since I've abandoned it...
Печаль. Исследовал. Интересно, на крышу этой фигни можно залезть? Тоже проход какой-то есть. Дверь. Нет. Не надо было. А там еще ящик с патронами. Тоже я за... Образный.
What is it now? I've told you before, and I'll tell you again. We will leave when there is some... Tell your friends in Emer that as long as the Tuatha burn our homes, we'll keep searching for a place to set. I saw them with my own eyes, and I know Tuatha killed my fair share in the war. I am Elrod. We come from the farms of the Twili coast. Go there now, and you will find only ruin. The Tuatha raiding parties there are spies among us, my friend, and they must be rooted out. Will you help me? Kill them. I would do it myself, but I must lead my people. They have no hope left to speak of. My strength... Fine. Then we shall be discreet. There are 3 whom I suspect of scouting for the Tuatha. They are paid in gold. Onred Anfast is posing as a military recruiter, while Froma and Nat... Be careful. Consider all of them well connected. Be swift. Onred lurks in the shade of the Forsaken Plain, mostly. Try Emer, or the West Phalanx. Froma and Nag are like... Here we are safe from the Fae, all of them. We are simple people. We don't wish to be pawns. As for Amer, the villagers have made it very clear that we're not welcome. There would be more understanding if they had endured our hardships. They claim to be low on supplies, to be unable to spare even the smallest charity. But I know better. I have seen. Unlike us, they have everything they need. I was raised in Koln and spent my summers fishing the Tawili coast. And when the war came, I threw my lot in with General Tolera. May good luck.
Be careful.
The time has come for us to board the rockets and begin the great journey. Though it may seem that all humans despise us, the Creator has seen fit to instruct us differently. The journey ahead would have been impossible.
Just give me a straight answer. Is the General still in the cradle of summer?
She is for as much good as it'll do her. But the cards don't lie. She'll never get that door open. Fate says it's so.
Yes. Well, then I suppose we'll just have to change fate, won't we?
Как мне туда пройти? Я обзор Ладно, пойдем искать старый сейф. Который они сделали из генератора. Генератор сделали сейф. Не похоже.